What's up, everybody, and welcome into this special edition of the Corked Up podcast. I am your boy, Frank. Unfortunately, Jack could not be with me for this one, but expect him to be on all the immediate reaction pods following Bears games moving forward. This one won't be a long one. These ones won't be long. This is just something new we're introducing. Quick 5, 10, 15-minute videos. The Bears lose to the Rams 34-14 on Sunday Night Football to open the 2021 season. I'm going to start with some more overarching themes that I saw or just takeaways from the game. One, the seek and destroy defense that we came to know in that 2018 season, they're gone. I don't know if they're as bad as they were today. I don't know if that's going to last, but they certainly aren't going to ever reach that height again. I think we can throw that out the window. So with that being said, I think the ceiling now for that team, for that defense, is middling. And what we're going to need to do to win games is be better offensively. So let's flip it to the offensive side of the football. This is the same bullshit offense that we've had to put up with since mid-2018 when it seemed like defensive coordinators figured out Nagy. It's predictable, it's bland, and quite frankly, there's just no creativity. It doesn't seem like there's a game plan. This is something that we've said for years. It feels like Matt Nagy sort of just draws things up at random and let's see if this works. Let's see if that works. The one drive that it actually looked like we were running the ball with authority and David Montgomery scored a touchdown. We didn't do anything beyond that for the rest of the game to set anything up. I haven't looked at stats. I haven't seen the all 22, so I don't know exactly what the Rams were doing defensively. But Andy Dalton did not throw the ball past the sticks one time this game. And I don't blame that on him. Andy Dalton didn't look terrible. He didn't look bad. Would I still want Justin Fields to play? Absolutely, 100%. But Matt Nagy's play calling, it's the same offense. It's 5-yard dig routes. It's 5-yard stop routes. It's a little out route here. We're not attacking anybody downfield. And we're not going to win ball games like that. This offense seems like it's predicated for a defense that can score you points. And this isn't that. And quite honestly, this is 2021. That shouldn't be the case if that's what's happening. We got teased with Justin Fields today. Dalton's not going to be starting for very much longer. I wouldn't be surprised if he's announced as the starter going into week 2. Again, it's nothing against Andy Dalton, but to get into some of the nitty gritty, to not just talk about overarching, the one thing that I did notice is the RPOs. Nobody's falling for it with Andy Dalton. And the few times that we saw Justin Fields today and they ran RPOs, it opened up a little bit because now you actually have a running threat here. No one's falling for it for Andy Dalton. So we can, we can stop that experiment, I think. Another thing that I took away from this game, and I'm really disappointed. I'm more disappointed in the defense than I am the offense. Let me go ahead and say that. Because I don't expect much from this offense, especially with Matt Nagy calling plays and Andy Dalton playing quarterback. The defense looks bad. They looked bad this game. Again, I don't know if they're, the Rams are a good offense, right? So I don't know if that's going to continue the whole year, but they looked bad today. Eddie Jackson is allergic to tackling. The angles that he takes, it looks like he's not. It's almost like fake hustle is what it looks like to me. Like you just get near it and act like you were going to do something. That 3rd and 13 is fucking embarrassing. We hold them. We get a 3rd down stop on 3rd and 3, and we accept the penalty, a holding penalty, just for a 3rd and 13 bubble. I don't even know if that was a bubble. It wasn't even really a screen. It wasn't a bubble screen. It was just like a quick throw to Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp breaks 2-3 tackles, with the first one being Eddie Jackson, who should have made the tackle right then and there. I continue to be disappointed with him since we gave him his contract. We paid him like a top safety, and he is yet to play up to that contract. David Montgomery looked really good. He looked really, really good. But again, we ran the ball more than we're used to seeing, but it still feels like we're not planning around that. It's almost, and you all know, for those who have watched us in the past, I'm a huge boxing fan. Running the ball to me is sort of like a jab. The jab can win you the fight. It can absolutely win you the fight, but you need to use your jab to set up your power punches. And it seemed like even though we were running the ball well, the Rams still didn't respect it, which they didn't have to at a certain point. They had a big lead. But what I mean by that is even on play action fakes, they didn't care. They continued to have no guys in the box or one guy in the box. It didn't matter. And Matt Nagy was doing nothing creative to get people open downfield. Again, I haven't seen the all 22, but we know this offense. We've seen this offense. It's the same offense. Dalton looked better than what Mitch did last year and years past. He's processing faster. He's making the right throws. But again, these are 5-yard throws, 6-yard throws, 8-yard throws. Not one throw past the sticks. It's embarrassing. I mean, we have a downfield threat in Darnell Mooney, and we have a jump ball threat down the field in Allen Robinson, and we're not taking advantage of any of that. One thing that was absolutely inexcusable, and this just goes into my disappointment with the defense, and really in Eddie Jackson again, on that very first touchdown that Van Jefferson caught, that deep throw. No shot, that should be a touchdown. Are you that allergic to tackling that you can't touch somebody when they're already on the ground? I mean, what are we doing here? It was a disappointing game, and I didn't have the highest of hopes going into this season. I said that at the end of the last podcast, I'm not looking at this year as like it's a make or break. The only thing that I'm looking for, there's two main things, is one, get Justin Fields as many reps as possible. Start him next week. Get him in. But two is this is the no excuse year for Matt Nagy. What is going to be his excuse now to keep him? Oh, well, the offensive line isn't gelled and isn't that great, so I couldn't design plays to go downfield. It's almost like we don't have a quarterback that's mobile and can extend plays to get things downfield or even intermediate. Give me a 10-yard throw. It was bad. And actually, I have it in my notes right here. The first throw over 8 yards was 1 minute and 47 seconds left in the first, and I believe it was a throw, a pitch and catch to Cole Kmet, who looked solid today. Actually, he looked really solid. But overall, everything is underneath with this offense. We're not stretching the field, even when we're running the ball well. It's not being set up to do more, to have explosive plays. It's bad. It's all bad. So expect a deeper dive come Wednesday when we release that episode. Jack will be with me. Let me know what you all think. I mean, if this continues, Matt Nagy has to go. Even if he can rally this team to win 7, 8, 9 games, the ceiling on this team is not good. And I close with, we're going to have an honest conversation about Khalil Mack one of these days. We're going to have to. Everyone calls me crazy. Oh, wait, he's Khalil Mack. You can't. I mean, he's one of the best pass rushers in the league. Where's that been? He's made no significant impact on games since 2018. Maybe I'm jumping off the ledge, But what I remember from the 2018 and even some of the 2019 Bears defense was it wasn't always the pass rush. We were getting. Do you guys remember? We were getting coverage sacks. Because the safeties were in position and our corners were locking down. There were games where the front seven took over 100%, but it was a mix of both. It wasn't never like, Khalil and Leonard Floyd, and then now, whoever else we have pass rushing. It's a little late over here, and I'm tired, and I'm angry. Robert Quinn, that's never been the thing. So yeah, I'm disappointed. I lied. I said that was going to be the last thing. This is my last thing. Sean Desai, you were our defensive backs coach for years here. Why are our safeties so out of position? That's inexcusable. That's the one level of defense that should not be out of position. If you're still adjusting to calling plays and whatever else comes with your job description as a defensive coordinator, so be it. You're new to that. No shot our safeties should be that bad. They looked bad. Eddie Jackson looked awful. And again, Desai, you can't control him missing tackles like that, but the miscommunications on the back end were really bad on those long throws. Really, really bad and unacceptable. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Let me know what you all think. Should Justin Fields start week 2? Is Matt Nagy a candidate to get fired midseason? I know the McCaskies don't usually do that. Just throwing it out there, though. What do you all think? I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all for watching on YouTube. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We will be back on Wednesday with the full-length episode going into some more details, man. Have a great night.